What's up, guys? Welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. If you're new here, you've stumbled upon my page. I hope that you'll check me out and then consider hitting that subscribe button. While you're at it, you might as well go ahead and hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date every time I drop some new content. I'm EVE and this is the Ev Effect.
I think I started something.
All right, so for today's video, we're in a bit of a dilemma, a vanilla dilemma to be exact. And yeah, so going back to my wish list video, and if you haven't had a chance to check that out, I will link it up above. I'm not sure which side it'll be, but the cards will come through. But in that video, I talked about a list of fragrances that I would like to acquire this year. I hope to acquire this year. And specifically, I did talk about a few vanilla scents, I think 3 or 4, but there were 2 that I was considering getting, one in place of the other, right? So those 2 are SDV from Guerlain, Spirituise Double Vanille, and then Tihota from Indult. 2 very popular vanilla scents that I've had on my radar. And so for me, this was going to be a blind buy purchase, but thankfully one of my good creator friends on here decided to go ahead and help your girl out, and she sent me samples of both of those fragrances. So Sharida M, thank you so much. That was the sweetest thing ever. You didn't have to do that, but she did reach out to me and she offered to send me samples of both to help me kind of figure out which one would suit me best. All right, so the sample sizes that she sent me were pretty substantial. Sharida girl, you hooked me up and I'm so appreciative. Thank you so much. So these are about 10 mil or so. I want to say these are about 10 mil, and I have done my due diligence and I've pretty much gone through both vials so I can get the most accurate depiction of how they work for me and my body chemistry. Now I do have a little bit left of each just so I can get a reminder of what they were giving me while I did wear these. And I did spray each of these on both of the inside of my arms so I can get a bit of the dry down. Now let's start with SDV, or Spirituise Double Vanille. That's a long name, so we're gonna cut it to SDV, okay? So SDV, when I first sprayed this on, I immediately thought of an elegant type of vanilla, a sophisticated, almost a bougie type of vanilla, okay? But as it starts to dry down, I get like a creamier type of vibe of vanilla, and I'm not sure if there's any type of lactonic note listed within this, but this gives me more of a dressed up vanilla, special occasion type of vanilla. And it's very pretty. It's beautiful. It's very beautiful. And let me pull up the notes. All right, so for the notes, we have incense, pink pepper, bergamot on the top. I don't get any pink pepper in my opinion. For the middle notes, we get cedar, ylang ylang, Bulgarian rose, and jasmine. I think I could see how ylang ylang would be in here. I can smell the yellowish vibes coming through here. And then for the bottom, of course, we have vanilla and benzoin. So the creamy vibes that I'm getting from here is probably just the mix of the vanilla and the benzoin together. But overall, this is a very beautiful, sophisticated, high-class type of vanilla scent. And I truly understand the hype around this. However, I will say wearing this is more of a personal type of fragrance than it is for the masses. Now, I typically enjoy fragrances that I can smell as well as my neighbors. But for me, I don't get a lot of projection coming from this scent. And with this being a 10 mil, I still feel like even though it's a sample, it's still enough for me to get a true wear at least twice to see how it really performs. Now, I've worn this more than twice, but of the times that I've worn this, nothing about it was loud for me. It was pretty much an intimate type of scent, an enjoyable intimate scent, but it was more intimate than I expected it to be. I was expecting this to be a little bit more of a shouter, not necessarily a beast mode type of vanilla, but I expected it to shout just a little bit more to kind of, you know, wow my neighbor. And I don't think it did that. So the times that I wore this, I didn't get any compliments. And not that I was looking for a compliment, but if someone can smell you and they enjoy you and they compliment you, that is the ultimate type of compliment you want to get. But I got nothing. I got nothing in regards to the compliment factor. So this doesn't scream. And for this to be a vanilla, vanillas typically aren't screamers anyway, but there are vanillas that will make its presence known a little bit more than this. Even Kayali Vanilla 28, I feel like that does not last long, but I can smell that, and my neighbor can smell that too while I do have it on fresh. This one for me, it quickly comes into a skin scent for me. So maybe it's just my personal chemistry, but this is nowhere near a fragrance that I feel like the masses would be able to smell me with. This is more of a intimate type of elegant, sophisticated type of vanilla. But overall, this is a very beautiful smelling vanilla. And then we have Tihota. Now, when I sprayed this on my skin, it immediately took me to the state fair, a carnival, or what we have here in Houston, we have the rodeo. And we have that every year around the beginning of March. So coming here soon, we're gonna have the rodeo. And yeah, I immediately thought about being on the Ferris wheel. I thought about a funnel cake with powdered sugar. Y'all, this is gourmandishly good. And this is a gourmand that for me, I think I can do. You know, I'm not huge on gourmandish scents because I don't like to smell like food, you know. But this teeters that line, but it teeters it so good. This smells so good. So this vanilla to me is jovial, it's lighthearted, it's playful, it's a little bit flirty. If I'm comparing it to SDV and this one's more flirtier than SDV. SDV is a serious upscale vanilla, like I mentioned, while this one is more playful, it's lighthearted, it's just an airier feel, and to me it has more sense of a sugary type of vanilla. Now the performance on this for me was pretty moderate in my opinion. I did get that screaming sensation that I was looking for out of SDV. I did get that in this, but only for the first 10 to 15 or so minutes, and then it started to come down closer to the skin. So it was just more of a personal bubble type of scent like SDV performed for me as well. So this also does not shout or give beast mode type vibes. So if you're looking for a beast mode type of vanilla, you're not going to find it in either one of these for me, in my opinion, what I got. But this has pretty good shouting sensation in the initial blast when you spray this on your skin, and I think that's because it is a lot airier and lighter than SDV. It's more of a sugary, like I said, gourmandish vanilla. It's very pretty. It's a very pretty gourmandish type of vanilla. So if that is your vibe all the way, then I would highly suggest Tihota. This is absolutely beautiful as well. So between the two, which one did I decide to go with? So guys, I decided to go with neither. Y'all, okay, let me explain. But let me say this also. Again, Sharida, I am so glad that you sent me both of these fragrances, because like I mentioned in that wish list video, this was going to be a blind buy for me. I was at the point where I was going to eeny, meeny, miny, moe it out and just kind of pick from there. So I'm so glad that you stepped in and decided to send me samples of both of these. So guys, if you're not following Sharida M, please, I'll leave her information down in the description box and check her channel out. She's got a beautiful fragrance channel as well. But I'm so glad that you sent me these, because this let me know that I'm not pressed to get either one of them. You know, I had Tihota on my list for a very long time, and for whatever reason I kept pushing it to the end of the line, and I kept getting fragrances ahead of this. And while it's beautiful, I'm not pressed at the current moment. I'm not pressed to have this. And I was in a moment where I was on a huge vanilla kick and I just wanted more and more vanilla. And so that's when SDV came into the picture as well. And I had different expectations for SDV. For me, like I said, this immediately came close to the skin. I thought that this would be more of a projector, a little bit more of a projector. Like I said, I'm not looking for a beast mode type of vanilla, but I'm looking for a vanilla that screams just a little bit more than what this does. I truly could not smell this on me after about a couple of hours, and it very well could have been because I went anosmic to it. I don't know, but overall this is a beautiful, classy, sophisticated vanilla. SDV is, and this is a jovial, playful, lighthearted, airy type of vanilla. Tihota, gourmandish, airy type of vanilla. So both beautiful vanilla scents. I didn't pick up either at the moment, but if I was going to pick one up between the two today at this very moment, I am kind of leaning towards SDV, surprisingly. Even though this one is like my vibe for this year. I want to be more playful. I want to be more lighthearted. This one, this is a kind of sexy, a little bit sophisticated vanilla, but the performance for me is kind of disappointing, and the price point as well has gone up because I know they've repackaged their bottles as well. But for the price point and then the performance of this, I'm not in a rush to get this. I'm not saying I won't ever buy it, but I'm not in a rush, and I'm okay with pursuing other fragrances on my list right now. But I'll revisit this in a few more months maybe and see if my thoughts or my mind has changed. We'll see what the future holds in regards to my next pickup. So let me know your thoughts down below. If you do have SDV or Tihota, how do you feel about both of these fragrances? Or if you've smelled either one of them, what are your thoughts? Also, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and rate me down below. Give it a thumbs up. If you didn't and you're disappointed that I didn't pick up either, you can go ahead and dislike this video. All commentary is appreciated, and we're all entitled to our thoughts and feelings. So until the next time, guys, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.